Hello, I'm Baggy Stew. Today is the start of a new series for City Skylines 2. This series will focus on a region of the United States that's maybe not as flashy as New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago, but is, in my opinion, just as interesting. The Ohio River Valley. From the river to the hills to the rail corridors and massive highway infrastructure, adding to that the rich history of the region, I think we might have something. Naturally, this series will take inspiration from cities like Cincinnati, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Louisville, Kentucky. Now, why create a city here? Well, it's a region I'm very familiar with, having lived here most of my life now, and considering I have a few hours on the game, yeah, I figured, why not give it a shot? Before we start on any major infrastructure projects, we need to lay the foundations for the region. So, today we will be building a small town on the riverside. The map that I'll be building on today is Bloomington. I will throw that up on the video now. I enjoy it. I've been using it since I started the game and maps have come out. I think it lends itself well to sort of that Midwest Rust Belt kind of feel with the winding river. The terrain on here is a little too flat for my liking for this specific build, so as the series progresses, I will be going through and adding more hills and inclines. And it wouldn't be Middle America without a Strode. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. And what makes it even more American is putting that Strode right up against the waterfront. Yeah, no nice fancy waterfront housing here. Zooming in here because I strongly dislike the intersection here. The road markings are all over the place and it just, the angle of it didn't make sense. So this will be changed as the video goes through. Here you can see me building a truss bridge. Let me know what you think of this. I like the idea of the truss bridge here, but at the same time, it also feels like it could be a little bit too much for what it is right now. I don't want to do overkill, but just let me know what you think. And also, if you do like it, let me know if you like the one single truss or the two smaller ones. I'm kind of undecided on that front too. here I'm deciding kind of where the direction of this build is going to go. The suspension bridge there, that's going to go into the historic Main Street, coming in the next episode. That four-way road to our right there, that's going to lead sort of towards the industrial zone for this local area. I'm having difficulties getting rid of this roundabout to make the super node. Just changed the roundabout and it worked out fine. Using the move it manipulation mode, I'm able to get that intersection a little bit more passable. And here I'm gonna finish zoning out the rest of this side of the tracks and a little bit on the other side too, just for some light commercial. I'm deciding to use the Southwest Firehouse because I feel like it looks generic enough that you can get away with putting it in a lot of cities. Now, it looks like I did forget to delete the palm trees on the asset, so I might have to go back and delete those. And then from here, I'll continue to put down some more auto-centric assets from the Southwest pack, namely some box stores, mechanics, it's a fast food restaurant. And now I'm starting to focus on some of the utilities. I wanted them somewhere visible because I feel like you always see kind of that substation. If you're ever just on a rural highway, you'll just see them right by the road there, very visible. So I wanted to kind of reflect that here, where it's close to the town, but not so close it could be any kind of hazard to the region. Looking at a water tower, very iconic thing for small towns to have, but I felt that the northeast water tower was a bit too much, so I settled on this smaller one. And then getting sewage done, I'll be honest, I just kind of threw this sewage system right there just to get that need served. In the future, there will definitely be changed as we want to reduce the water pollutants as much as possible here. Not going to be fun having any kind of waterfront activity going on right next to a sewage outlet. Now I'm adding in the police station, and I figured a post office would be nice here. The post office might be a little too big for this area alone, but it will be serving the kind of the wider region on this side of the river. And I thought the vanilla asset would actually be a pretty good fit here. Typically, I don't really like it because of how bulky it is, but I don't know, I've started to come around on it. You can see I'm trying to change the color here. I'm not really sure what that blue does, but it's not visible, so I kind of just leave it alone. And I saw on the PDX mods there is a USPS, at least the mail sorting facility. Might have to check out that and think about replacing the mail services with that. I think that'd be a nice touch for the town. And here you can see I kind of struggled figuring out what to fit into this little lot here. I ended up settling on something that's a little bit more modern, probably built within the past 10 years or so. It's a pharmacy, which I think is also fitting for the region. People got to get their medicine. I left these two areas blank. I wasn't sure if I should add anything to them. Now, it's not uncommon to just have bare fields there, but I also felt like I wasn't properly utilizing all the area I could here. So if you have any suggestions on what to do here, let me know. Here I'm placing down a North American church. I love this asset. I use it all the time. I find it helps bring the community to life here. And what I'm gonna try to do is build a custom parking lot next to it using these ploppable decal parking spots. These things are amazing. I use them all the time. I wish I knew the name of the mod author. I'll put that up on the screen right here. But I use these all the time. They're perfect for putting parking spaces into kind of weird areas that some of these parking lot assets just can't really do. And next I'm going to replace the vanilla sidewalk with some brick. I find it makes it a warmer place. Historically, especially around this region, brick sidewalks, brick roads are not uncommon at all. You look at any kind of historic main street around and you'll see brick sidewalks. So I thought it was a good touch there. And now I'm going to do a short time lapse of the landscaping around the church. I think it turns out nicely. it's nice. Now I'm going to be removing some crosswalks around the town. There's just too many that would realistically be here. Getting rid of some of these traffic lights that aren't really needed given the amount of traffic that will be on the roads. And then I will start to zone in some residential. As you saw, I added the Australian Undertaker mod for death care. I love it. I think it fits perfectly with the assets. I also added a small clinic. There would not be anything huge in this town. And now I'm adding some UK apartments. I think these would fit perfectly in most American cities. I decided to add a little park here in the same lot with the clinic. I thought that would be a nice thing for the residents here to have. You know, being at a clinic can be stressful, so a park might help alleviate that. Additionally, I'm adding a few bike stands. I might have overdone it for a town this size, but oh well. And now I'm starting to detail this main arterial. I'm placing these grass decals, or surfaces, I should say, over the grassy sidewalks. I just feel like the grass on the sidewalks is too dark. It almost looks like a turf. It doesn't look the greatest in my opinion. But this pack is amazing for situations like this because it lets you go over that texture and you can really just dirty it up, make the grass, a little drier, make it look like it needs to be watered. Moving on to the railroad tracks behind the town, I've replaced them, the vanilla ones, with Tygon's railroad infrastructure tracks, just to show that the trains running these lines are diesel engines and not electric. You would not find very many electric rails outside of major metropolitan areas, and even then, I feel like they're somewhat of a rarity in America. I'm also using these net lanes. I don't really know how I feel about them yet. On one hand, I like the texture and I like how easy it is to just drag it out, but then you get to spots like this where it's not nice if you don't have like a clean 90-degree angle to kind of drag it out to. So I might in the future replace these with surfaces, or maybe find some surfaces that mesh well with these textures, but I'll have to let you know when that time comes. Alright, that concludes today's episode. Thank you for sticking around as long as you have. Leave a like and a comment on what you think about the video, and maybe some suggestions on what to do with that green space by the bridge, if anything at all. It's not much, but I think this little section will serve as a good starting off point for the rest of the town and the series in general. So I just want to thank you, and I hope you have a good one.